if you're truly concerned with accuracy, you need to be aware of the condition of the inside of your barrel. Now, you could always cut it in half and take a look at it directly, but I recommend using a borescope, and that's what we're going to look at today on this episode of Moondog Industries. This is the Teslong Borescope, digital Borescope, and this is a very long box. It's about 31 inches, in fact, and I want to thank Teslong for sending this out for me to test and evaluate. So it has a little magnetic hinge here and opens up, and you get a nice little package here. You have your digital display here, you have your Borescope, and you have your connecting cables. You have a set of different side view mirrors. These are for different calibers. You've got 5mm, 6mm, 7, all the way up to 7, 8.5, and 10. This is for 22s, 2.243 calibers, .30 calibers, and .38s and .4 caliber rifle bores. And you have a USB-C cable. And we have another, this is a connector cable for USB-C, and we have a connector cable for regular USB-A. And, it pops open if you have a USB micro. So, there you go. We'll test this out. Now, this is our display, digital display, and it connects... Where's the connection to this? Oh, here it is. It connects via USB-C. So you plug that into that port there. And here's your instruction manual. Take a look at that. All the instructions are in English with some videos there. And there you go. So, all right, so let's take a look at the actual probe or wand of the Borescope itself. Let's take off this protective cover at the end, and that's the actual camera there. There's a camera surrounded by some LED emitters, and let's take off this foam and take a close look at the actual wand itself. Now, this is interesting. It has laser etched inch marks along the edge here, and this is very useful because along with this rubber stopper here, as you place it into your rifle or firearm, you just push down this plunger to match up to where your muzzle is, so you know every time, you can stop it every time, and you can, if you find some interesting or problem spot inside of your barrel that you want to take a look at, whether it's like a deposit or perhaps some sort of defect or something else, and you can determine where it is in your bore. Let's say, as you push it in, it's about 16.25 inches. You just stop it in the muzzle there, and it'll always, that way you can easily go back to that same spot on your barrel and find your problem spot, or determine whether or not you've cleaned it properly at that one problem spot. But that's super handy to have this sort of physical marking device here. And this other end of the wand connects to your cables. Now, it comes with two cables. One is a USB-A and micro USB adapter. You can see that here. It's one of those sort of clever duo connector cables, and you can use this to connect to your PC or your tablet. I tried it on my phone. Unfortunately, Android, or at least my Samsung S21, gave me an error screen saying that USB connection to the camera was disabled. I don't know if that's something that has to do with the app that I was using, the free app that I downloaded for this. But if you get it to work with your phone, or if you have an Apple phone, please let me know. But we're going to connect it through the main cable, the USB-C that comes with the device, and you just find your come on, focus. You just find your red dot on the cable here and match it up to the notch, and click in and tighten it. And then the other end is a USB-C cable. Now, on the other end, on the business end, we're going to attach a right angle adapter. Now, you'll need this right angle adapter, and Comes with a couple of different sizes for depending on the caliber of rifle you're going to be putting it into. But you'll need to adjust this. This is how you adjust the focus. So a lot of people have gotten these and complained that it's out of focus. I can't see anything. You have to physically adjust this by turning it either closer. You have to turn the mirror closer to the camera or further away, and it really all depends on a number of factors, including the size of the barrel or the caliber of barrel you're putting it into, the distance between the inside, the walls of your rifle barrel and the mirror and the camera. You just have to adjust it, either turn it in so that the mirror is closer to the camera or rotate it out, so a little further out, so that it's a little further away from the camera until you find the right focus. And you just put it in a couple of times and you just find your correct focus. And once you find the correct focus, you just use this tightening ring below there to lock it in so that this doesn't turn while you're placing the wand or the probe into your barrel. So once that's locked in, you're good to go. Just plug this other end to your display. And then we press the power button and keep it pressed until, there we go, turns on. We got the Teslong, and we're actually seeing what the camera's seeing right now. I'm going to put my hand there, so you're seeing my hand. That's my skin there. And there's a button on the top here, a set of buttons. You can press that to turn the light brighter or turn it off entirely. You just cycle through. And the left button is your shutter button, or your on and off for video. So you can press that, take a picture, or if you change to the video camera mode by pressing the M, that changes to a different mode. You press that to start taking video. Turn it off, and you can go into playback mode. So that's what we just took. And this cogwheel button, of course, goes to your different menu settings. And if we go to video, we can look at the video settings there. Resolution, there's really nothing to change here. It's 720, and that's what it is. So, but you can turn sound recording on and off. I prefer having it on so I can take verbal or audible notes as to what I'm seeing. And you have your other menu settings. This button is your power button, of course, and this button is interesting. Your power button is actually two buttons. The left one turns a flashlight on the display itself. So I suppose it could come in handy. All right, so there you go. Let's actually try this out on a rifle and see how well it works. We're going to look at the inside of the barrel of a .22 caliber Ruger Precision rimfire. But before we do that, I'd just like to ask you a favor. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons right now. It just takes a second and it's absolutely free. And you're taking control of the algorithm and telling it what kind of content you like to watch, as opposed to being suggested a K-pop video, unless you like that. Okay, I've attached the 5mm right angle mirror adapter and have already adjusted the focus. The 5mm inserts easily into my muzzle. Now this is the actual footage from the camera, from the Borescope, recorded by the display monitor. And you can see the mirror in the center. That is the image of the inside of the bore. You can see the lands and the grooves of the rifling. And you can also see the details overall around that mirror of the bore itself. Now this is a relatively new rifle with probably less than 200 or 300 rounds through the barrel. So the barrel is pretty clean, with light deposits of lead and wax as it seasons. At most, I've run a dry snake through the barrel when I do ammo testing. Now I'm running this Borescope through the barrel pretty fast. You'll probably slow down and be a little more methodical as you examine your bore. I'm just doing this so you get a sense of what you can see. But here we are, we're ready in the chamber, and we can see the bolt head there outside of the mirror. I'm going to pull it back through. So what are we looking for exactly? Well, we're looking for changes to the condition of the barrel over time with use. Anything out of the ordinary. And how do we know what's out of the ordinary? Well, here's the thing. That's why you need a Borescope, because you need to be able to take reference photos or video of the current condition of your barrel. That way you have a benchmark. You have something to compare it to. And I'll be honest, I'm pretty new to using borescopes, so this is kind of a benchmark for me. If you have experience with borescopes and can offer greater insight on how to use them, please leave me a comment. Now, they do make cheaper, flexible borescopes, but the advantage of having a rigid rifle-length borescope is that you really have much more precise control as to where the camera is pointing when it's inside of your barrel, so you can really hone in to any questionable or problem spots. And the advantage of using this standalone display recorder as opposed to connecting it directly to my phone or tablet is I'm not having to install any dodgy third-party endoscope app from I don't know where. So there you go, the Teslong rigid rifle-length borescope. It's really much more of a deluxe package with the HD monitor and recorder unit. Now, if you're interested in picking up this product, I've got links on my written review on my blog at moondogindustries.com. It's got a street price of about $200, but if you're lucky enough to be watching this in the summer of 2022, I'm giving away one for free to subscribers of my other channel, Moondog R&D. So just subscribe to that channel and go to moondogindustries.com/borescope contest for complete rules and instructions. It's free to enter and you'll get to see more gadgets I reviewed. And if you like this borescope review, don't forget to hit the like button and the notification bell. Thanks for watching. Moondog out. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, please share it on forums, Facebook, Reddit, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, MeWe, whatever social media you're on. And if you want to see all of my videos, check out moondogindustries.com.